Within a few days, many of the men were assigned to start generating company profits by trapping beaver, while the others were left to complete the fort. Lisa's primary task for Colter was to bring Indian nations to trade. It is likely, then, that Colter set out from Manuel's fort within a few days of the expedition's arrival in October 1807. In the days that followed, Lisa sent others abroad, including Edward Rose, who led a small party to open commerce with native encampments near Manuel's fort. George Drouillard wandered more widely, up the Yellowstone and Clark's Fork to Spirit's Mountain, then back via Stinking Water River, Gap Creek, and Pryor's Fork. A second journey took Drouillard up the Bighorn and Little Bighorn rivers, and across the Tongue and Rosebud rivers. But neither man roamed as far into the unknown as Colter. Henry Brackenridge, a contemporary adventurer and author, reported that, shortly after the expedition's arrival at the juncture of the Yellowstone and Bighorn rivers, Lisa sent Colter to bring some of the Indian nations to trade. This man, with a pack of 30 pounds weight, his gun and some ammunition, went upwards of 500 miles to the Crow Nation, gave them information, and proceeded from thence to several other tribes. Surprisingly, a recent study has claimed that Colter departed a year earlier, in 1806, with the intention of visiting only the Crow Nation. It claims that if Colter entered Yellowstone country, it was only to search out water sources so Clark could add them to his map. None of these claims are substantiated. In fact, they counter the major points made by Brackenridge, our only written source on the subject. A more common misconception is that Colter traveled only 500 miles. Brackenridge's statement refutes this, saying he traveled 500 miles and proceeded from thence to several other tribes. Afterward, Colter made the return trip to Manuel's fort, probably arriving in spring 1808. William Clark's 1810 manuscript map includes landmarks that Colter described to him in person, along with dotted lines that marked Colter's route of about 1,000 miles.